You understand.
How do you do this?
Welcome back.
We didn't clap.
Please don't clap.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back.
That doesn't seem natural at all.
It's a LNLT. Even though.
Wait, what's NLT?
Yeah.
What?
Late night, loose tongues.
Oh, y'all say it's
When
so
it's been
weird.
too long.
Hey.
It is
We have
really very
an
long.
unwanted visitor in the
Yeah,
background.
he's not unwanted. I
No.
like him.
There's no
Very
breaks.
wanted.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what's your name again?
Okay, so.
No, we didn't introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Chinamrem.
I'm Tiffany. We're missing Celine, but that's okay. And this is
Moving on.
This is moving on. Moving faster.
No, moving on.
faster.
Get my name right.
You say it.
Moving on.
I don't know. Okay.
Trying to find it?
No.
Okay. And moving on. So.
It's been a hot minute.
It's
no?
been quite
It's
a
been
while.
quite a hot
Several weeks. Very hot. It was like summer, but it was really winter because the weather's
Still
terrible.
winter for us and time of recording.
I think we're having another
Cold.
Please no. Please no.
Yeah.
Oh, God forbid. My body can't take it. I'm too old.
Here. Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
We just came back. Well, not just, but we came back from a
No, we
project.
just came back.
Yeah, kind of just.
It's been a week.
Just.
A week or two.
Justification.
A
A
week
week
and a
or two.
half ish.
Yeah, from a project we did for YIP that we kind of talked about last podcast.
We never talked about last podcast.
Sorry.
What was last podcast? There was no last podcast.
Okay, no, we didn't talk about anything last podcast.
So what was our project about?
Oh.
Youth and philanthropy people.
Oh, can
Sorry,
I talk
sorry.
to you guys right now?
You can't.
Yeah, so we.
Our youth outreach project, VAP for short. So it stands for Victoria Outreach
We
Project.
probably shouldn't give away the name of the place. So what's our project about?
So it's about
Or what was?
it was about just kind of connecting with kids in inner city schools who like are not.
Hey, look, it's a parabola. Continue.
Yeah, what happened to the kids? Yeah?
about working with kids in inner city schools. So we planned a day filled with activities. So we had activities like math, so like math trivia games, reading station and journaling, as well as crafts. So in crafts, they got to make bookmarks.
And who ran the crafts?
I ran the craft station.
Wow.
Who ran the reading station?
Celine ran the reading station, and then our other friend ran the math station.
I hope you can find the Pinterest.
What did you do for crafts?
So for crafts, originally, the idea was always to make like bookmarks and cards.
I didn't know about that.
But the way originally we had it done was the bookmarks were going to be like heart shapes or like different shapes with stickers, and they just cut it out. And then I thought to myself, it's like,
It's kind of boring.
it's kind of, I guess it's kind of boring. And it's only like one variation of it.
Yeah, but it was the day after Valentine's.
It was
Day.
the day after Valentine's Day. It
Valentine's,
was,
they're all
yeah,
single.
because we planned for the day of, so we made it heart themed and stuff. So, so I looked up like different ways we can make bookmarks like interesting, I guess you can say.
And was it?
Was it? You
I
tell
think-
me.
oh,
You
yeah.
tell me.
Well, I got to make one bookmark with my 2 kids. Yeah, so I got the opportunity to make some bookmarks with my 2 kids, my 2
You had
mentees.
2 kids?
Sadly not, no. But they were really
Wait, what do you mean
nice.
sadly
The
not?
bookmarks and the kids.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, we got to make whatever we wanted. So I made the teardrop, and
Why a teardrop?
my kid made an alien.
Oh, I saw that.
Because they're all the same
remember.
shape, like
No.
honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't have that
Shapeless.
much choice. I'm
'Cause
kidding. It was
there's
great.
like a base shape. It was just a regular diamond and square, but you could turn it into anything you want.
Oh my god.
You
So
turn
many
it. I turned one
opportunities.
into a pineapple, a
So
cat.
interesting.
It is.
Oh my
It is.
God.
How did you spend the day, Mustafa? Since
I
you
walked
hated it?
around.
I told him to make a
Wow,
bookmark.
So
He
much
wouldn't
more
sit there.
interesting. Yeah.
I was supposed to walk around.
Yeah, Juan
That's
made
what
a
I
bookmark.
did. Oh, I'm not
Ruben
one.
made a bookmark,
I'm
and
not
they were supposed to
Ruben.
walk around.
They weren't supposed to walk around.
Well, they're
Just
supposed to
take pictures.
They're
videotape.
supposed to stay in the room. I wasn't meant to stay in the room.
Wow.
See?
He follows his.
That. So I was a floater and I went around through all 3 stations And I was also in charge of the snack station because, boys got to distribute snacks to, the rest. Got to share the wealth. And so, what? Did you blow?
Continue. No.
Did you say communism?
No, why would I say that?
Okay.
I like the way the snacks are set up. It's really nice.
It's all like we spent like a solid 10 minutes sitting.
We took a while
Yeah.
to set them up.
But they look nice.
Yeah, and then so basically I and two other of my friends who are also floaters, we walked around all 3 stations and we didn't even do anything. We just said, "Oh yeah, good job with the work, keep it up" or something. Or we looked at them like, "Oh, you're doing great. Continue, keep it up." And that was pretty much it for my part. Didn't do anything too specific. Also, I was a floater because I can't really deal with kids.
Why not?
Because kids are not my forte.
Okay. But the kids were all right, in my opinion at least. A lot of them had interesting like backstories. Well, not really. But they did interesting things like, making knives out of paper mache. They may or may not have done that. I'm not saying they did. It was origami, so it's parts of arts and craft. Anyways,
Paper mache,
doing interesting things. Yeah, sorry, it was paper, just not paper mache.
Oh.
And they were really smart. Like we had a math station, and they really excelled. And it was really fun getting to know them throughout the day and learning who they're like and what they do for fun and just hanging out. And then at the end, we got to give them a little something to remember us
those
by.
goodie bags are a pain.
Well,
Why?
yeah, a little
Because
bit.
at some point we were missing materials for each of the bags.
Like
Yeah.
before.
And you know
Also,
what happens, like when
yeah.
one kid gets something and the other
Really
one
good
doesn't, and they start comparing bags, and
Trying to keep it fair and
Yeah.
nice for everybody so no one went home sad. The kids, they really liked our school, or they liked us as a group. They wanted us to come back for June.
They invited us to come
yeah,
back.
which is really cool.
Except they didn't invite us as guests. I mean, they did, but we had to man their stations if we went
Yeah.
back for their
Yeah.
field day.
So I guess they'll have stuff prepared
For us to do, instead of us having to plan everything.
So, the school itself is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a
it was a
huge
really
school.
nice school.
Yeah.
It was like an
It's 3
old
stories.
building, but it was
Or-
really nice.
It was 2 stories with a basement.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the field was huge as well. And it was near one of the hospitals in our city.
Yeah, it was also near a center that we had to do on a site visit a few days after, which is really cool. Because at YIP, we also have these things called site visits where we visit different, organizations
Organizations.
around our city, see what they do, what they're about, and just do what we can. We might give them grants. Who knows? That's kind of the point.
So how was your site? How was your site visit?
Yeah, my
Site.
site visit was all right. I sighted and I visited. I learned a lot about the different people and what they do there. And actually, we saw one of the kids from the school at one of the sites.
Was it part of like our
Was it
project?
our group?
Or like our group? Or was it someone else?
One of the kids from our group was at
The
organization I visited, which was really cool because they had like this after-school program for
Yeah.
immigrants, and yeah, it was really interesting.
I was so afraid that they wouldn't enjoy what they were doing
The kids,
at the beginning.
yeah,
Like, I didn't know if they would actually like what they were doing or they would just kind of play along and just be like super bored. Because kids, they're unpredictable. You never know what
to expect.
to expect or how they feel.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's a certain point of time I never thought this project was actually going to happen.
but it did.
If I'm being honest here-
Why?
Because everything, it just didn't seem like it was coming together.
Like there was this on this side.
There was
and
this on this side and this on this side, and like things had to be like reorganized over and over
Yeah,
again.
like you have to change the dates. and-
It seemed like nothing was concrete. Like
Yeah.
nothing was set in stone.
Until we arrived there and we saw the kids were like, wait, what? We're actually doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really great. Yeah.
So let's talk about our YIP sweaters and
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened with that.
Yep. Let's talk about that.
So Tiffany, that's your
So I'm
part.
in charge of that. So I was in charge of sweaters. So somehow we miscounted and we left one out. Okay,
Not
it wasn't just
one,
me.
But
It wasn't just
one.
me. It went through 3 other people.
That's
That's shifting the blame 5 over. I'm
yeah.
kidding. Yeah, but they miscounted, and some people.
That's kind of embarrassing too. As
Just
well.
a little bit.
It's embarrassing and sad.
Yeah, but it happens.
Yeah, yeah,
It
we're
happens to
only
everyone,
human.
and everyone makes mistakes.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
And
So what happened after the project?
Well.
okay. So
Yeah.
me and three other my friends. Originally, I was gonna go to one of the places we have in our city. One of the nice, one of the hangout meetup places.
Okay.
Where's that?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And so, two of our friends was like, "Oh, we're going on a site visit. Want to come? It's like 30 minutes away from where we are right now." And so I said yes with my other bud, and so we walked with them to the organization. And on the way there, I pulled out my phone, and I'm like, "I'm gonna text Tiffany that one of her friends almost got hit by a truck."
Fun. Did it actually happen?
Yes.
no, it didn't.
Yes, it. Oh
It didn't
no,
al-
that
it
did
didn't
not
actually
actually
happen.
happen.
Oh.
But
Oh my goodness, you guys
the
are
text
terrible.
did happen. Okay, so the text did happen, and I texted Tiffany saying, "Oh, one of her friends got hit by a truck," and then she texted back saying, Almost got hit by a truck. Almost got hit by a truck."
That's way worse.
Yeah. And then Tiffany texted me back saying, "No, like, is everything alright, or are you
I was
joking?"
like, I was like, are you joking? Is
Are you
everything okay?
joking?
And
Wow, you don't trust him?
I texted back in all caps, "No, he's on the ground."
So I had doubt because keyword
first
almost.
off,
First of all,
and
it's
me.
And then he got hit by almost got, like the wind blew him back.
Yeah. And then we weren't even near the organization at this point, and they started calling us.
I was with Celine.
You're terrible.
So Celine and I were in the car. So I called him and he didn't pick up at all.
Oh.
So Celine called the other guy, the other guy
our friend, our friend.
other friend, and he didn't pick up. And then we called the third person they were with. They didn't pick up.
How
So
about
we're
did you call the guy that was on the ground?
yes, we did.
Wait.
We called all three of them.
Jeez. So were you guys in cahoots with each other? Or?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of
we
course,
were
of
all
course.
talking, and we're like, "Okay, don't pick up your phone at all. Even if they text you, don't answer
Okay,
it."
so we were texting them, we were calling them.
Oh my
And then we're like,
gosh.
wait, they're not gonna, okay, if they're not, all three of them are not gonna pick up regardless.
Yeah.
Let's call someone else. So we called our other friend.
Who was in French class? Who's in school?
No, not that one, not that one.
Who else did you call?
So maybe they were still back at the school and they're trying to play a joke on us, right? So we called the people that were like we're still at the school.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
called them, we're like, oh, when's the last time you saw Mustafa and them? And she's like, oh, maybe like 10, 20 minutes ago. And then so I look at the text, I was like, okay. So it's like 10 minutes. Okay, they texted me 10 minutes ago, so something could have happened within those 10 minutes.
maybe.
Never actually
yeah,
know.
we're downtown.
Exactly. Never know. So I'm like, all right, we'll get back to you. So then we called our other friend that was in school. Because we knew, Celine and I knew, if they weren't going to pick up either of his calls, they would pick up his calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, and so they called our friend in French class, and he looked at the madame. He was like, I need to go answer this because apparently one of my friends almost got hit by a car.
Oh.
And then he went to the hallway and started talking to Tiffany and Celine and all of them. What did he say? What do you guys
The guy
talk
that
about?
left? That guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
left
yeah.
French class.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And what did you guys say to him?
We just asked him to call you guys. You know, just see if everything's all right, you know? Just making sure. Just making sure. You don't understand.
It was so cute.
You guys are
No.
terrible.
And at this point, I wanted to pick up his call, but we were actually in a meeting after the site visit, and the guy who was like the founder or whatever it was, he dropped a call for us.
So it would be kind of weird to pick up a call. Huh?
And so they wouldn't stop texting us and calling us. And I was like, I can't text back right now. Like I'll call later or something.
No, you didn't.
What
You
did
just
you
like, I
say?
can't text.
I can't text now. I
my
can't text now.
goodness.
And I left it open ended. And then so we were in the meeting. We got all the information from the site visit, and then one of the friends, almost near the end of our site, we almost completed it. It almost went well without like a problem. And then he picked up the phone for Celine. In the meeting. And he's like, I gotta go take this. And he walked out of the room, and I'm like, you don't need to take it. Like, turn it off. And then he's like, no, I
Go
gotta take
for
this.
it.
And then he started talking to her, and I'm like, you killed the joke. B,
Not a joke. Okay,
yeah,
that's
it's really
a joke.
good.
Yeah,
Even you're
that's a
laughing. It's like
joke.
really good.
That's
Yeah, it's a good joke.
It's kind of a good
And
joke.
B, like that's rude to the person who we were talking to. And then I found out this later that the third friend who we were with, he had texted Tiffany and Celine that we were okay, and that was all a prank.
Oh my god.
That was after.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He still texted you guys.
Kind people, you know.
I know.
Am I right? Don't you just hate
And then
them?
we were on our way to the Forks because at this point it was 3:15 and we were done with school, technically. And so we walked down to the place that we needed to go to, our meetup spot, and we were on a seesaw when we started getting texts and calls from Celine and Tiffany.
Celine?
She blocked me.
Okay.
Really? It's that serious?
Celine was gonna go to the hospital. She was prepared.
Just to check?
She was prepared to drive to the hospital. She was prepared.
Wait, which friend were you guys saying got?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. That's,
And Tiffany, her voice was already hurting at this point. Like, she was losing her voice.
Yeah, so I was like yelling. So my voice was already scratchy in the morning, and I had to, like I don't speak very loud, so like I had to project my voice for the kids, right? Explain the crafts and stuff. So like I guess it kind of I kind of like strained it. So then at the point where they picked up the call,
You weren't even that loud.
it was Bluetooth to like Celine's car. So I was like yelling.
oh my goodness.
And they said, "Oh, we'll meet you at the place in like 5 minutes." Where we just got to the market, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then so we told them, "Oh, we're at the park. Come meet us." And they're like, "Oh yeah, sure." And so me and my two other friends, we went over the hill to hide from them. And then
You waited?
Yeah, we waited, and they didn't come for 5 minutes. They're like, "Oh, they're probably not even here." And so we walked the path to get to the market while they walked to the park. And when they got to the park, they called us saying, "Where are you?" No, we called them saying, "Where are you guys? We're waiting for you." And they're like, "Oh, we just got to the park. Where are you guys?" And I was like, "We're at the market." And as I'm saying that, they were like, "Oh my god!" And as I said that, me and my two
You
other
went
friends
back to
were
the-
walking out the doors. And then our other friend had the genius idea of saying, "Oh, let's go follow them," and we didn't find them. And so as we were walking back to the park, I think, did we call you or did you guys call us?
Oh, we probably called you.
Okay, yeah, they called us, and they said, "Where are you?" And we said, "We're on the balcony." Do you know what I'm talking about? The balcony to look out and you
So,
see
like,
like the top, the high.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
think I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like, all right, we're up there, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll meet you there in like 2 minutes. Don't move." And we started running. Okay, so on the way there, me and my friend, we were arguing. Like we were badly arguing with each other. And, like, we're gonna go to the bottom. We're gonna see them. We're gonna say hi. And we're gonna run. And he said something similar to that. We thought it was two completely different ideas. And then I took a minute. I stepped back. I'm like, "What are you trying to say to me? You're trying to say the same thing that I'm saying." So we explained our ideas. We're gonna go to the bottom of the balcony outside, and when they see us, we're gonna wave hi and run away like the bunch of children that we are.
Yes. That's why
And
you had
so-
the playground.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
anyways, yeah.
Yeah, and so we were like, "Oh my god!" Because we spent like 5 minutes arguing. And by
Yeah.
the time we had finished arguing, they're basically already at the balcony. And so we started running to the bottom of the balcony, and we saw them climbing up, and we said hi to them, and we could see them get really mad. It was the best thing we've ever seen, and we ran away, we bolted away. And then we came back like 5 minutes later, and then we said our hellos, and then I almost got hit by Celine and Tiffany. And Tiffany did hit me, and then it was kind of funny. And then
Kind of funny, yeah.
yeah, and that was pretty much that night or that evening.
Wow. So right from the project, got right into things.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then it was the weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. What happened? Nothing.
For me, the weekend was pretty good.
What happened?
I went and saw a movie, and
By yourself.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait.
And yeah, the movie was good.
What movie did you watch?
The Lego movie.
Oh, it's still out? Or did you
Oh,
watch it?
It was when I saw it.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. So probably, I think it's
Yeah.
still up.
Yeah, I think it's still.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
This isn't the same like a movie from like years ago.
Yeah, no, yeah. They made a new one. Okay, this is the third one.
Okay, oh,
They
it's
the
made
third one? That was
Yeah.
the second.
No. There's the Lego movie. There's the Lego Batman movie, which
Oh.
no one saw, but it's on Netflix, and I might actually watch it. And then there's this new one, and it's focused a lot. It's a lot more central on, like the actual people. So at the end of like the first Lego movie, if you watched it, this might be a spoiler. Spoiler alert. You kind of find out that it's all like a kid's, not imagination, but like his Lego set, and the entire movie is not real. Like the entire movie is based on the Lego set. Sorry for ruining
That's
the whole
actually
thing.
so sad.
Yeah, and then like Will Ferrell's his dad, but it's not sad because the things are actually happening.
Wait. So, is this like did the camera pan back out and see like a real kid?
Yeah. Because it's like the kid playing with Emmett or whatever the guy's name is. Yeah. Anyways, and then this one is a much bigger spoiler. So if you haven't seen the new movie, I don't know when this is coming out, but see that one
If it does
first.
come out.
But like yeah, the new movie, it's like central around his world, his Lego world,
Yeah.
getting invaded by another Lego
Like
world.
a new Lego set.
Yeah, but it's really And then at the end of the movie, they're trying to stave off this thing called Momageddon, but it's really his mom.
Oh,
So like the actual
yeah.
battle is between him and his sister to like build their Lego worlds together because she has like her Legos and he doesn't want to play with her and whatever. That's the whole movie, but it's a lot better than it sounds, and it was fun. It was cool.
I'd
It
believe
was
it.
awesome.
Why?
Everything
did
is
they say
awesome.
awesome?
Yeah, it's not funny.
Okay, so there's this new movie that Tiffany really okay. I guess I'll let her take it.
Yeah, go ahead, Tiff.
How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Okay.
Speak up! I can't hear
How
you.
to Train Your Dragon 3.
There've been 3 of
I'm
them.
so excited. I'm gonna cry. I already know it.
Apparently,
I
she
know it.
cried at the trailer.
Jeez, is it that serious, Tiff?
It's
Oh
not that
my
deep.
goodness.
really
Okay,
not
why
that
do you
deep.
love it so much?
It's toothless.
Okay, it is tooth.
It's
She has a good point. There
toothless.
is toothless, and he doesn't
He
have
has
any
teeth.
teeth.
He does have teeth. They're
That's
retractable.
false advertising. Honestly, I feel betrayed. I went in the movie expecting a gummy dragon.
They're well, they're retractable teeth, so
So he
does
can
that.
be toothless. It's like a
exactly.
cat saying the cat is clawless. No, it's not.
It has claws.
Yeah, they're just hidden. And what else about the movie? What do you like? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, what are you
Yeah.
waiting
What
for?
am I waiting for?
Yeah, what do you want?
just-
Why do you want to see
I
it so
just-
bad?
I don't know. I just love toothless.
Are you
and
planning to
hiccup.
see it soon?
Yes.
What did
I
you
am.
like about the first couple?
The first couple?
Yeah.
What did I like? I just.
She doesn't remember them.
I remember them.
She remembers the feeling of
remember-
Yeah, that's it.
That's actually what matters the most, honestly. That's what drives nostalgia. That's why I watched Jumanji again, because I remember the first
The original
movie.
or like the most
No,
recent
the recent. I love the original.
Yeah.
And I love like the one that happened in space. It's called like Zartha or whatever. And then there's another one.
Yeah, the-
Yeah.
with the-
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah. That's what it's called. And then there's one that
That's
came
what
out
it's
in like
called.
2016, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
doesn't look that good, but nostalgia.
Isn't
Yeah.
there a new
And
one coming
that-
out? too?
There is another one.
Jumanji 2.
Yeah. Jack Black is training for it. If you watch Jablinski, so if you don't,
What's Jablinski?
it's Jack Black's YouTube channel.
Uh,
I hate when celebrities make YouTube channels
Yeah, 'cause it's
usually.
like, yeah,
but
no,
Jablinski Games is something else. He doesn't actually play any games. That's kind of the punchline. Yeah, and sub to PewDiePie. He
so-
almost lost. But anyways, cool.
What do you guys? Okay, so we're in grade 11 of high school,
Oh,
Oh no.
and by the time we post this, we might be in grade 12. We don't know.
doubt
Hey,
it.
who
but
said
who would
that?
know?
So, what are your plans for university, or what do you guys want to go into?
You go first.
Me?
Tiff. Yeah.
Why me?
Why you? How you asked the question, Mustafa? Since you clearly have an idea.
I think if I'm a good believer, I'm a big believer in God. So if God is willing, I'd like to go into medical, nursing, or pharmaceuticals. And if not, then I just become a homeless person on the street.
Yeah.
No plan B.
If
No,
all
that
else
is the
fails.
plan B.
If all no, it's like, yeah,
That's the plan A. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, homeless people get it right. Nice.
Do you have a bed?
You get one for free.
Do you have a bed?
I've been,
No, right now, do you have a bed?
Sadly, yes.
Do you have a bedtime?
Sadly, no.
Do you have a bed?
Yeah.
You have a bedtime.
No, I don't.
Homeless people don't have a bed. Thus,
Oh.
they don't have a bedtime.
Exactly. He knows where it's at. They don't have to go to school. They can get free. Okay, I'm sorry. This is so disrespectful. I'm sorry. How about you, Tiff? What are you thinking?
Me?
Yeah.
So university wise, I I would like to go to UBC.
Abuka.
Yeah, Abica. So, just it's a good school. in
Yeah, I have a
general.
couple friends
Yeah.
that go there.
And I think it's like that time, like university students, it's like a good time to go out and experience, like have a new experience, right?
Move away from
move,
here.
move away from
So
here.
cold, man. Yeah.
So I really like Vancouver itself. Like it's a beautiful place, and like I was like it'd be a nice place to study. But then like it's expensive. Everything there's so expensive.
Have you thought of scholarships?
I have. I've
Cool.
looked into them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then if that doesn't work out, there's always U of M where we are.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work out, U of T in Ontario.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Your siblings have all gone to.
Well, some of them have gone to Ontario. Some of them are here.
Oh, okay.
So, I've been thinking, lots of thought. My parents have their own plans, and I have no plans. And I feel like it's kind of like a
I have
lack-
my parents' plans.
Yeah, a little bit of that, because like I feel like I should. Everyone else seems so motivated about something, or at
I
least
know.
some people do. Like they know what they want to be, and they've known it since like they were 5
I
years
know how you
old.
The
feel.
parents.
Yeah, honestly, that's mostly it. But like when you don't have that kind of motivation, like I feel,
It's hard to find something.
yeah, what do you want to do? Why are you doing all of this? Are the grades worth it? Cuz like I don't know. At a point like it was because like my parents cared about my grades and you know,
sure.
they want me to do this and that. But now they don't really care. They care about the marks, but anyways. And it's kind of hard to feel so passionate about something like so many other people seem
Yeah.
to feel. There's stuff that I'm good at, but
Everything.
no. But like I don't know. You have to like pick one thing that you're going to do for the rest of your life.
Which sounds
I don't want to
boring.
regret it.
Honestly, yeah. And like my parents have their own ideas, like they want me to go to med school and stuff like that. And I've thought about it. It's interesting. But the only reason I say that it's because, you know, I don't really have something I want to do. Like I like engineering. That's something I'd be
Yeah.
interested in. Like I make a lot of stuff and I work with my hands and I like using computers and doing math and stuff. But then again, like my dad is an engineer. Like he's doing his PhD right now. And he's like, that's a fruitless job. Like you won't get anything when you come out of university. There's so many engineers. The workplace is like so overly populated. Like you're not guaranteed anything. But you're never guaranteed
But
anything.
that's with everything. Yeah.
So like if you don't have something you're passionate about, then what's the point of doing it, you know? It's not your parents' life. It's kind of like yours, and you have to figure out what you want to do.
I mean, for me, my parents have always told me, "Oh, become a doctor, become a doctor, become a doctor." And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, maybe." But now that I see like what my sister's doing, like how she's working hard, I'm like, "Oh, this actually seems like something that I would enjoy," because she seems to be working hard, and it's not that she doesn't seem to enjoy it; she seems to enjoy it. And last year and the year before that, I didn't get to see much of her at all because she was always studying for the exams that she had to take for her life and her plan for life. And it was always different. Like at first I'm like, oh, I can never do that. It's so boring. But now being an IB and I see that, I'm like, that's actually kind of
Interesting.
yeah. Like I've seen it from a different light. At first, because I've always hated studying. And then last week, was it? We went to the U of M tours. And so I was in the medical part of the tour. And it was basically telling me, like, they basically said we look at your 40S chemistry, 40S bio.
So every grade 12.
Yeah.
So grade 12 really matters.
Yeah, I understand.
And
that.
grade 11 is not as important as grade 12,
Yeah.
but grade 11 still matters to get into grade 12. And so if you want to do something in medical, you need to have really good marks in bio and chem.
Yeah.
So
Physics is recommended.
Yeah, but chem
Yeah,
is
bio and
like,
chem is like a must,
bio.
and bio is a
Half chem.
must.
yeah.
Physics, you can, like, they have an intro to physics in U of M. You don't get the credit for it. It's just you have to pay to do it.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a high school course. And then there's multiple different things you need for medical. Like, it'd be nice to have psych, physics, biochem, microbiome, biochem, etc. Just a bunch of different like sciences almost. Because if you're gonna be a doctor, you need psychology to learn how people are gonna react and think about how you're gonna say something, or how do you think they're gonna react to this based on like the small interaction that you've had with them, and so much more. And I can't speak about that because I'm not a doctor and I don't know anything about psychology, and I don't know anything about sociology, and I know nothing, but I have extensive knowledge on the process for medical school. But that's about it. And my sister had her interview for one of the 3 things you need for med school. I shouldn't talk about this because I'm not gonna talk about it. But she did really well, and I'm gonna cut that out of the podcast.
Okay.
So moving on.
Yeah, my sister's also doing medical school, and I think she did the same thing. You might or may not have. Not. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty
Really good.
Yeah, and also like my brother's doing psychology,
Yeah.
so like you have like so many people, and you know, they know what they're doing? Because I surely do not.
I know that one of my brother's friends, she even through our high school and even university, she had no idea what she wanted to be, and so she was just in U1, which is like you take courses from basically every faculty until you find out what you want to be.
I have like general idea of what I want to do, but it hasn't really like clicked. Like it's like that's it. Like I'm set. I'm done. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I haven't found that one thing where I'm like, yes. So
Then, yeah.
So one of my friends, she went on the U of M tour, and so
You were also on the.
I was also on the U of M tour. So we went. So she went to nursing, and she just for fun, just to check it out. So she never thought about actually becoming a nurse, but she went to like the presentation that they had, and she absolutely loved it.
I remember she came back to school. It's like, I'm gonna be a nurse.
Yeah, she's gonna be a nurse. She said so. She's been staying in contact with like one of the people from the faculty, and they've been like emailing back and forth. So like, she said she's been looking in what she needs, what she has to do. Like this is it for her, and I'm so happy that she actually found that. And I'm kind of envious. Like, what am I gonna find?
She has something
like,
that
when
I don't.
am I gonna find when I find like what I want to do?
Yeah, like I just came, not just, but like this summer I went to like a program called SHAD.
Yeah.
And like it's full of a bunch of people. Like it gives you like a month of like training and experience on like science and like engineering and stuff like that. And then like you're surrounded by a bunch of people who are going off. A lot of them are going to university the next year, and they all know what they want to be.
But you were grade 10.
Well, I was, yeah. And then, but like I keep saying that excuse so often. Like, you know, whenever someone asks you, "Oh, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm in grade 11. I still have
so
time to
young.
decide."
But to
And
be
I've
honest,
said that
we
for
don't
like
have
the past
time.
10 years.
Like after next year, we're in university.
Honestly, yeah.
And we should have we should know what we want to be.
And people are always saying like, "Don't stress," and maybe that is true to some extent. But like, you don't want to be wasting money. It's thousands
Or
of
time.
dollars.
Time
you're
is more
spending.
valuable than money.
Exactly, time. It's years off of your life. You know, might as well start early.
Exactly.
And
Wait, what?
No, never mind. Yeah. Just do what you want to do.
I know my brother's friend who came and visited us from YIP our last
Recently.
Tuesday, last week, and he was in engineering, and then he switched to the faculty of science. I don't know what he wants to be. I didn't ask him that. I didn't ask my brother about that because that's not my business. I just hope for him that he does the best. Also, U of M tours. Me and my friend, we went to engineering. He stayed there for a full 3 hours. I went there for one.
He saw every engineering
yeah.
presentation.
I went there for one. I went there for the intro to engineering, and I know that I don't want to become an engineer, but when I was sitting there, like I saw all the requirements I would need, like 40S math, pre-cal, etc. Like all these different like physics, all these different like mathematical sciences and just mathematics in general, and people skills. And I'm like, I don't want to become an engineer, but I want to do better in math because of how this guy was speaking to us. And so now my focus is shifted off of chemistry and I'm slowly going into math. Because chem I'm fine with now, because chem is now we're in grade 12 chemistry, and it's much, much easier than it is in grade 11. So focus in grade 11, not in grade 12.
Yeah, like
Focus in both.
about chem. Like honestly, I feel like this year I understand the concepts because grade 11 is teaching you like the background,
It's the
basics.
it's the building
Yeah,
blocks.
it's what you need to know, and like it can be stressful learning all that stuff in such a
Exactly.
quick amount of time because we had half a semester. Well, we have a semester.
A full
Like,
semester.
Yeah, half a year. And like it's condensed and you do this, then this, then this, then this, and you have to learn it all so quick. But in grade 12, you know the background. And
Yeah.
like
It's like three new
building
things
on
that you're learning
Yeah.
off of.
Yeah. But it's still count. But it's fun.
It's hard to an extent, but it's not grade 11 hard.
Extent. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like the content is a lot
Yeah.
easier, but like your basic
It's a
understanding
lighter
of
load.
it. It's kind of like grade 11 and grade 12 math, how I feel so far at least.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I haven't been in this course for long enough to make that decision. Like grade 11 math, for me, it was all right actually. I liked my teacher and I didn't mind his teaching style like so many people seem to, but that's just my personal preference.
I never did homework.
But like it was a lot for me personally, and coming to grade 12 now that I have a lot of that basic understanding that I need, it can kind of just build on top of the concepts, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty cool.
So last week we went to a birthday party
Yeah.
at Celine's house.
It
Here.
was Celine's birthday. She's
It
not here,
was-
but
Yeah.
How did
Happy
you enjoy
birthday,
it, Chin?
Celine.
How was it for you?
Oh yeah. It's It was okay. I had to leave early because my parents needed me home for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but while I was there, it was alright. It was pretty cool hanging out with some people that you get to see just at school and like listening to music and joking around.
But
and
you
stuff
got to
like
see
that
them in
and
like a
eating
different
food.
light. You got to see them like more comfortable with each other instead of
Yeah.
restricted as they are in school.
We made all the
Yeah.
guys little ID bracelets.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah.
Rupert is still yeah, sorry.
Yeah, two of the
Mine
guys
was
were
spelled
the.
wrong, first of all, but that's okay.
No,
That was
It
a G,
wasn't
not a
spelled-
C.
it was a
That was
G.
a G.
I did not make that
That
one.
was a G, and you
Oh,
guys cannot
no.
say otherwise.
My name was spelled correctly.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, 'cause
G-H-I-N.
just
I wonder
luckily.
why. Yeah, luckily, they had all the letters for Mustafa. Yeah,
It was.
not hard at all.
I
Yeah.
remember when me and Chin, we bust to her house.
Yeah, fun.
My phone died as we were walking to her house.
Yeah, and he had the Google Maps on his phone, and I don't have a phone, so, it
So
was,
we walked a
Okay.
few streets. We were going in the right direction, and we passed the train tracks. We weren't supposed to do that.
okay, and it's my fault.
No, it's not. It's both
Okay,
our faults.
okay.
But it's mainly mine because I wasn't looking at the map. And we started walking straight in the wrong direction. And then we looked back at our phone and we were like, oh crap, we went the wrong way.
Yeah.
So we backtracked to the train tracks.
Yep.
And then and then we started going back to the bus stop.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I'm like, wait, we shouldn't be going this way.
Yep.
And then I'm like, we have to cut through the field. But neither of us wanted to do that because you didn't have proper boots.
I did not. No.
And I just didn't. I was just too heavy.
But then we did anyways.
Yeah.
And then, see, but then we're in the back of her house because like the way it works, the way it kind of is that there's this like field, and then there's the back. I'm showing it with my hands, but you can't see
I got
anything.
it.
But there's a field, and then there's a backyard that's kind of blocking you off.
Her
from
house
the
wasn't on
houses.
that side.
Yeah, thankfully not.
Yeah.
We were so scared. And then there's like the train tracks in the middle of the field. And so we walked on the train tracks,
Yeah.
and I kept looking back because I was scared that we were gonna get like hit by a
Hit by a
train or whatever. Yeah, but like what we did, because we're looking at the back of the houses, so we couldn't see any of the numbers.
Yeah.
And like thankfully, Mustafa remembered the number per house. Oh my goodness,
I was
because
like-
his phone died. It was so cold.
And then we got into Celine's house, and I fell straight away. Like I was
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
And then
Both of you
Shinnerim
fell.
fell, and he almost broke the,
window.
mirror.
I'm sorry about that, Celine. It was intense. Like my feet were frozen because I had to like go through the snow with runners on, which is
Yeah.
always a great idea. But then we found the house, and then the door was like the side
Oh
door.
my
not the front
god! I
door.
thought that she had a dwarf door.
Yeah, I was so confused. How are we gonna get in? Like, is
Exactly.
it Celine sized or what?
And so when we finally got to her house, I'm like, I'm too sweaty, so I changed my clothes,
Yeah.
and then Shinnerim, he
I
needed
had to change my
socks.
socks. Mustafa was a G, and he gave me
Yeah.
his socks, which
And
is cool.
I think I couldn't get past the shoes. Like I was stuck in the aisle. I
Yeah,
walked
there were
into the
so
door.
many boots.
There were so many boots, and I couldn't walk because I didn't want to ruin anybody's
Yeah.
shoes. And if I took too far of a leap or a step, I'd fall into the mirror because
Yeah.
I don't have good balance at all. And so I finally got my stuff down. I changed. I put my stuff in her basement, and then I sat down. And then Tiffany's like, "Put on your bracelet. Put on your bracelet."
Yeah, and
put
she
it
started
on.
chasing him down to put
No,
on.
I wasn't.
Yeah?
I was just sitting down.
Okay.
Don't make it sound
Yeah.
like what it's not.
Okay,
And
it's
then,
not. It's
yeah.
nothing.
And Celine's family, I like her family. They're cool people. They were very nice. They were very chill.
Yeah.
It was all around a successful night and a successful day.
Yeah.
I still stressed about work that I haven't completed.
Yeah.
And then how you guys want to talk about what happened in bio class? You weren't there, but she was there.
Oh, in bio.
So we were sitting down in bio class, and some girls in our class were like, "Oh, IB exams are in the beginning of May," and then our teacher's like,
End of
"Yeah,
May.
no, beginning of May. It's
it
beginning
happens
of May."
all month.
Wait, what do you mean?
Chem and all that, the chem French.
22nd,
The ones that we have to take are
Yeah,
at
the
the
ones we
end.
have at the end of May, but
Okay.
the grade
Like-
12,
Oh,
General,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw those. I just.
the
like,
Iceland trip
Okay.
that they're gonna go on is next year when we're all in grade 12, and it goes from the end of April to like the first 10 days of May or
Yeah.
something.
So like
Yep.
school trips
They
usually
miss-
happen during like spring break, but like this was for like some special ceremony that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the teachers that are running it are IB teachers.
Mm-hmm. I
And
think.
you would think they
thought-
would accommodate for this, and so they would they would either schedule IB exams for them in the place that they're gonna be in,
Yeah.
because IB is international.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they would just move the trip If, like, to either after the exams or before the exams.
But how cool would it be to do your IB exams in
No, but
Iceland?
that's
Yeah,
so stressful.
honestly,
And then you have to be studying on the plane, and then you're like,
Exactly.
what is this? Can I ask my teachers? No, I can't,
But
because
you
they're not
probably
here.
could.
Yeah, and they're professionals there too, but they're
Yeah.
not allowed to be there during the exam.
And so our teacher, she was like, I'm going to go talk to them. And she's like, I can't do anything about it, but I'm going to talk to them because they're IB teachers and they should know this. And so if they don't show up to their IB May exams next year,
They fail.
they fail the course. They don't get the credit for it.
Yeah.
And so
Is that what your science teacher said? Your bio teacher?
she said, oh, you might still get the
The-
credit
no,
for
no,
the
no.
high
Like,
school
School
but she
course.
credit.
said that she's gonna talk to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
She
okay.
can't do anything about
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
she'll talk to them. And apparently, the two teachers that were running were like, "Oh no, it's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all good." And then our IT person, who's also like one of our Stugo teachers, said, "Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we
you
get to
there.
it."
So
or
then our
something.
bio teacher's like, that bridge is already broken.
That
There's
bridge is
sharks,
burned.
crocodiles
Yeah.
already in
What
the water.
do you mean?
Like
That is scary. Like to put in all that work only to
fail.
miss your IB exams. That is that's like a stab in
One
the
of
throat.
one of the people that were supposed to go on the trip already like canceled their trip and they didn't
they didn't
reimburse
refund.
her.
Damn.
So she lost $500
Insurance.
insurance.
Yeah, okay,
The actual
but
was like
they haven't
4K.
started paying, right? Like
No.
people,
No.
like they wouldn't reimburse the $5,000 that you put down or $4,000 or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Okay, cool.
And it was like it's insane because those are like your most important exams of your entire high school life.
As an IB student, yeah.
And so if you like, it's so rough as well because you work so hard and then you don't show up and you fail high school. And you don't get to go to university. You have to repeat your grade 12 year,
And then
and you can't. No, and
you can't do the IB courses
you
if
can't
you
redo
fail.
IB
Yeah, you
courses.
can like do summer school, and I mean you did all the IB studying essentially, so you have the
the
brains,
knowledge.
The knowledge,
But
yeah.
isn't it for summer school? You can only take like one course.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have sadly I've never been to summer.
I've taken summer school.
That's not a okay. How was
But
it?
it wasn't because I failed.
Yeah, it's because you just tipped me. You wanted to do whatever you
It's-
wanted to do.
You can only take one course because they only have so much time. Because they only do
In
summer.
summer?
They only do
Mm-hmm.
summer school in July. So it's one class or one
6 hours
subject for like 6 hours. So it's like a school day, but just one class
That is torture. That's
Yeah.
a
for
little bit.
every day from Monday to Friday. One class for 6 hours. So
my
one subject.
goodness.
Yeah, that's how they finish
Horrible.
in 3 weeks.
Oh,
You
because
threw
it's
an
all
exam.
of
Because
your
one
school-
class is basically 1 week of school. Because it's every out, like
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know our bio
That's so
teacher.
intense.
She was reading something about a school in the U.S. and they
Oh,
have
yeah.
IB bio in grade 9, like physics and then chem, or like chem and physics
In grade
throughout
So-
your year. And while you're doing like your IB in grade 9, you're also doing your IAs for history, English, and all that,
In grade 9?
or something like that.
Smart
like,
idea.
No, but like you can't be doing like you don't do IB in grade 9 and 10. You do it in 11 and 12.
Well, here.
Here,
Yeah.
here.
But, like-
She's-
But in America, they're on some new type of stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
if in grade 9, I didn't even know what a mitochondria was.
Well, like,
Mitochondria
I
is
feel
Oh my
like
god, no, it's not.
it's the powerhouse of the cell.
It creates ATP.
Yeah, adenosine triphosphate.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah, even though I'm not in bio. Speaking of that, I'm probably taking the online course
Online?
for bio next year.
There's an exam at the end in June
For the online course or for...
online course.
I didn't know that.
You told me that.
Oh.
yeah.
You're the one who told me that.
That's a possibility
That's
then.
why I chose not to take psych.
Okay.
IB Bio is a 2-year.
So is IB physics. And
Yeah,
IB.
this year. Oh, Joe's and then she said our
Yeah,
bio
okay.
teacher said that they finished the whole course, like IB Bio course in grade 9.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't.
the
It doesn't
whole
go
thing.
like IB grade 9, IB grade 12, 10, all that like bio. It's IB grade 9 bio and then grade 12, 10 physics. You finish physics that year.
See, like when I went to the Shad thing,
Yeah.
everyone was like, what we were like sharing schedules and whatever,
Yeah.
and they're like, you guys are weird. Like our school is the odd one out. I'm not kidding.
What
like
do
we're
grades look like?
well, like they did all of the programs earlier, not in grade 9 and 10. But like in grade 10, they got like the actual stuff done that they were supposed
Yeah.
to for grade 11. And then in grade 11, they didn't have as much stuff as we do. It's not as big of a jump. And then in grade 12, it's also not as big of a jump because they did all the stuff in grade 10 and 11.
So the lesson that we learned all from today is that our school has
It's the
a
odd one
weird
out.
schedule.
But we're changing it.
Yeah.
Ever so
Yeah,
slightly, but
eventually.
it's still gonna be like the only thing that's normal is the grade 12 year for IB,
Yeah.
where everything is the same. I mean, I actually no. I think it's just the IB schedules that are weird.
What do
I
you
think the
mean?
regular schedules they have the same thing every day, but for non-IB or for IB, it's every other day for grade 11 and
Lots of
grade
fun.
10. So I'm pretty sure that's all the time we have for today, guys. And it sucks to be us because we gotta go do stuff like work after
Yeah.
this, like math, chemistry.
Yeah. Lots of work.
Lots.
But
of
it's
work.
worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth
yeah.
doing this podcast, and it's a great cast experience.
Yeah,
or whatever
Celine.
this is.
Celine,
Celine.
Celine, anything from you? I like that part too.
Yeah. And as we always say, come back, Celine.
I miss you. And bye.